Hey folks, it's Utah Johnny. Hope everybody is well. So today we're going to go over one of my other little silly projects that I worked on some years ago. This is a little Porsche 911 that I found online one night late browsing the classifieds, and it's a little unique. It wasn't a complete car. It had been in a little fire and was a little torched up, but nevertheless, I took it home and I did something with it. You may want to stay tuned to the end because it may or may not be a happy ending, but we'll just wait and see. Check this out. Tell me what you think. And here it is, the 1987 Porsche 911 Targa. Clean one owner, only driven on Sundays, great Carfax, yada, 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 not so much. So as you can see, it was in a little fire, and it was actually not too far away from my house, and so I thought, I'm going to go and look at it, because maybe I could turn this into some bar art or something. So after looking at it, I thought it was kind of worthy of a project. I made him an offer, he took it, and I brought it home. Yeah, it looks like it was running a little hot. Kind of neat to find an old speeding ticket in the glove box. The other thing that was kind of cool, I don't know why, but I started Googling this Porsche, and I went to barnfinds.com, and guess what I find there? An article from February of 2018 where the individual was selling it. Apparently it was listed on eBay. It was a really high price, and people started kind of making fun of it, and rightfully so. Scrap value only, sorry, yard art. That's exactly what I was thinking. Buy this and restore it? Yeah, no. Anyway, the comments were kind of funny and hilarious, and I thought, that makes me even want it more. So, the more and more I started looking at this car and cleaning it up, I found that the body was actually pretty darn straight. Even though it had been in a fire, the panels weren't totally warped and the car had some good structure to it. I felt a little bad thinking about cutting it up or slicing it for bar art, and I thought, maybe there's something I can do with it. Leaving it intact, doing something kind of crazy, and, maybe put it on something like a four-wheel drive frame. So, of course, I turned to the good old internet and started getting some ideas. Yeah, Mad Max, kind of rough, kind of mean, kind of rustic. Maybe, something you need a tetanus shot for. Yeah, kind of like what I was thinking. So there's how my idea got started. So the hunt was on. I needed to find a vehicle, a donor vehicle, that had the same track width and wheelbase as an 87 Porsche 911. And it took some time to find out, but I found it. But it was also sacrilegious. You guys know I'm a big Land Cruiser fan. Guess what? The FJ40 Land Cruiser is actually just about the same track width and wheelbase as an 87 Porsche. But the hunt was on to try to find a donor or a frame. I still can't believe it, but guess what? I found it. A rolling chassis from an FJ40 and with a title for $800. Called the guy up. He still had it. I said, hey, if you could deliver it, I'll pay you the full amount. And it was at the house an hour later. So I started mating the two together. So as you know, Porsches are rear-engine vehicles. And since I was using the FJ40 frame, it made the most sense to try to find a big V8 and throw it in there. So I removed the flooring and started kind of hacking up all of the front tray of the Porsche to make room for the V8. Also went and bought some of these military-looking wheels. Had some old tires laying around that I mounted to them. I had, a few little spare parts like this cool bumper and so forth. And at the end, I decided, you know what this needs? It needs guns. Lots of guns. So, for that complete Mad Max look, I went to good old eBay and I found this resin machine gun. And then started on the tail end, started making some tail lights. Wanted kind of that Cyclops look with all the LEDs. Of course, bought a genuine Porsche rear emblem just to kind of, top it all off. Turned out kind of cool. Went for some super high quality Amazon LED off-road lights for the top bar and of course the headlights. Funny enough, we put a set of these LED headlights on my buddy's RWB Porsche. That's Mikey, 801 Greek. And it actually looked so cool that he left them. I don't think those are going to be too comfortable. So hit up Facebook Marketplace, got some cool Audi seats. I was in California and I stopped by a recycling place, found this old Porsche hood that was crashed. I thought it'd work out good. It's a little known secret that if you drill holes in things, it makes things faster. Also bought this custom deluxe 24 karat gold Targa emblem. Because I thought, how cool would it be just to have like this really piece of shiny, beautiful emblem on this old rackety thing. I don't know. Sourced a slightly used throttle body 350 just from the local classified and went and grabbed that. So all in all, things were coming together. I even found a transfer case, FJ40 transfer case, already mounted to a turbo hydraulic 350 transmission online and went and picked that up. It was coming together and everything like you see. I got the guns on there and it was rolling. Obviously, still had to figure out the steering and I still had to go through the brakes. I still had to mount the drivetrain and then, of course, all the electrical. And then... well, yeah, the sad ending. Listen, we've all seen those movies that you're rooting for the hero, something happens in the end, or it's a dog movie and the poor dog dies at the end and it's just super sad. Well, this is kind of one of those things. What happened was I bought a Mercedes-Benz. And I needed to have that Mercedes in the garage. I moved the Porsche project on the side of the house, and I threw a tarp on it. That, as someone recently said, was the kiss of death, because the Porsche sat on the side of the house, and it sat. And 2 years later, it was still there, under a tarp, and I hadn't touched it. So as the story goes, I ran into a local car guy. We were talking about the Porsche. I showed him the photos, and he wanted to buy it. He made me an offer for everything. I felt it was fair, and it was, it's a sad deal because, nobody wants to start a project and then, give it up. It doesn't happen often. It's happened a couple times with me. But, stuff happens. And so I let it go. And Dave came and he took it all and it's sitting at his house now. And I'm hoping and thinking maybe, hopefully one day he'll get it done. I don't know. We'll see. Or maybe I'll buy it back. Dave, are you listening? I don't know if I want it back. But there's the sad story. I didn't finish it. I put a big dent in it. I put it together. Nevertheless, there you go, folks. That's the sad ending. I hope you enjoyed the little video. We'll do the next project and we'll finish it through, all the way through. Take care. So this is a day that I was hoping wasn't going to come, but it is. This is Fire Marshal Bill. I have told you guys a little bit about it and when I bought it and what the story was behind it. Burned up Porsche 87 Targa.